You tell yourself you will do the hard thing later. You will start when your mind feels clean, steady, ready. You think the missing piece is a better mood, but the real reason is far stranger. You are not only waiting for energy, you are also protecting an idea of yourself that does not want to be tested. That's why discipline feels sharp. It is not just effort, it is proof. If you act, you learn what kind of person you are in that moment. If you avoid, you learn that too. Is that not why delay can feel oddly safe? The Stoics saw this clearly. Epictetus taught that some things are up to you and some are not. That's the dichotomy of control, which simply means this. Your choices are yours, but your feelings, praise from others, and easy conditions are not fully yours. You suffer when you demand control over what will not obey. You grow when you return to what is yours. Your mood is not fully yours. Your next act is. This is where many people get discipline wrong. You think discipline means forcing a feeling. It does not. It means choosing an action without asking the feeling for permission. That sounds severe, but it's actually a relief, because it frees you from the endless job of trying to fix your inner weather before you live your life. Why wait for the sky to clear if your feet can still move? There is support for this in modern psychology. Albert Bandura, a psychologist known for work on self-efficacy, studied a simple but powerful idea. Self-efficacy means your belief that you can do what is needed. That belief does not grow mainly from pep talks. It grows from small wins that your own mind can trust. You keep a promise to yourself once, then again, then again. Soon your mind stops seeing discipline as a stranger. This matters more than most people think. Every small act teaches. Every repeat becomes evidence. Your brain is always making guesses about who you are, and then trying to stay consistent with that guess, because consistency feels less costly than change. In plain words, you tend to keep acting like the person you believe yourself to be. So what happens when you keep proving that comfort rules you? Then comfort becomes your ruler. The counterintuitive part is this. Discipline does not begin as strength. It begins as honesty. You admit that you do not need to feel inspired to act with character. Marcus Aurelius returned to this often, not as a slogan, as training. The task is not to become a person who loves every duty. The task is to become a person who can meet duty without drama. Is that not a calmer kind of power? This is why Stoicism is useful here. It does not flatter you. It does not tell you to chase a perfect state of mind. It asks a harder and kinder question. What is the right thing now? Not forever. Not in theory. Now. You can use that at once. If a task is in front of you, split it in two parts. What is outside your control? The mood, the ease, the praise, the result. Second, what is inside your control? The next clear act. One page, one message, one honest reply, one hard refusal. Why let the first list decide the second? There is another useful idea from behavioral science. It is called reinforcement, which means a thing gets stronger when it is rewarded. Many people reward avoidance. They escape discomfort, and the escape feels good for a moment, so avoidance grows. That is why delay becomes a habit. Not because you are broken, because your mind learned that retreat brings quick relief. The Stoic answer is not shame, it is retraining. You reward action with self-respect. That may sound abstract, but it is deeply physical. When you do what you said you would do, even in a poor mood, tension drops. Not because the task was fun, because inner conflict shrinks. One part of you stops begging another part to lead. You become less divided. Seneca cared about this kind of inner order. A scattered person suffers twice, once from the task and once from the fight against it. So discipline is not a cage. It is a way out of friction. There is also a quiet Stoic practice that helps here. Voluntary discomfort. That simply means choosing small hardship on purpose, so you remember that discomfort is survivable. A plain meal, a walk in bad weather. Doing the needed task before the pleasant one. Not to punish yourself, to loosen fear. If you stop treating discomfort like an emergency, does it not lose some of its command over you? And look at your life now. You may not fail because you lack talent. You may fail because too many small choices teach your mind that ease comes first. That lesson spreads. It reaches work, health, speech, attention, even love. Every time you act against your own better judgment, self-trust weakens a little. Every time you keep your word to yourself, self-trust returns. That is discipline at its deepest. Self-respect in motion. So stop asking how to feel more ready. Ask what is yours to do. Then do that much. Keep it small, keep it clean, keep it honest. Let repeated actions shape identity. Because identity is not found in secret thought, but built in visible choice. You do not become disciplined by admiring discipline. You become disciplined by practicing it when your mood is not helpful. You tell yourself you will do the hard thing later. A calmer life begins when later stops ruling you.